if you snooze your button, if you snooze your phone,
Yeah.
that's the first thing you do in the morning. You're breaking promise to yourself. How the you think your day is gonna go?
It's integrity, doing the right thing, especially when no one is watching.
Yeah,
Because
don't
who's
bring your
watching?
promises.
You have to be traveling that fast for 4.2 years to get to the next star after the sun. What's in between all that? Absolutely nothing. And we're over here worrying about little things when there's this big, massive universe with empty space. You can't be depressed when you are when you're expressing gratitude, right?
No, those two feelings,
Yeah.
they don't go together.
They don't go together.
You can be angry or depressed and grateful at the same time.
The great thing about what makes us different is community. One of the biggest killer is when you're isolated, when you are alone, when you don't have community, you don't have your group.
My body, I was back to one digit, I was back doing Ironmans. Everything you can imagine, like I had it.
Yeah.
Accept me.
If you're getting less than 6 hours of sleep every night, your chances of getting cancer double. I'm not just making this up. This is scientifically proven. One of the biggest things as men, we think we can do it all alone. And we cannot do it all alone. We need community. We need people. We need friends. We need guides to guide us. Because
Welcome to Mastering the Inner World and Outer World podcast. And today I have Socratis Christoforou.
you got it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Guys, you got to watch this podcast. He's a father. He's a veteran. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
He is a guy who, we've been just talking for a few minutes. We're completely connected. So you're going to get a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of values. We're going to talk about breathwork, anxiety, depression, coming back from from the war and all the stuff that the men struggle. And hopefully, I know you're going to love it. So let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I just got chills, so thank you. Thank you for having me. Honored
Tell us
to
more
be
about
here.
you, brother.
Yeah, so my name is Socrates. I was born in Cyprus. What I want to probably start out with is maybe one of my first breakthroughs and then going back so you can see that no one is perfect and we all go through struggle.
Did you hear that? Shit, nobody's perfect.
No one is perfect. We all have our inner demons, and it's really just about that consistency, that discipline, and that inner work that we do. A lot of people want to be happy, right?
Yeah.
But happiness is a feeling caused by some event that happened. But joy is that inner work that you do. So when you have joy, you're always joyful, no matter if it's hard times or good times. That's the passion. That's the inner work. So joy is always there, no matter what happens. Happiness is just, oh, I got a deal. I'm happy, right? Or something bad happened. Now I'm sad. So it's about.
So do you agree that happiness comes from the pleasures and joyful comes from the lifestyle?
Yes.
And the inner wealth?
The inner wealth. Absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Because joy is there forever, right? It's your choice to
I'm
have
joyful,
joy.
I'm loved,
Correct.
I'm abundant.
Correct. Because
Yeah.
happiness is just an emotion that's coming and going depending on what's happening to you right now. So one of my first breakthroughs was when COVID happened. And my wife and I got COVID. I believe COVID was a blessing because it brought me with my family for 30 days. We were locked in, and somebody that was working 24/7, chasing money, and all of a sudden we're home, and it's my two kids and it's my wife, and it's like, wow, what a blessing to be here present with your kids. You're at home. There's nothing else to do but just interact. But we ended up getting COVID, and my dad always told me to work hard and be honest, and that's what I did. But when I got COVID, I believe it's the medication that they gave me. When I came off of it, all of a sudden I had so much anxiety, so much stress, so much self-talk, bad talk, self-doubt in me. And I was like, man, what's going on? Who's going to take care of my kids? Who's going to take care of my family? Who's going to take care of my snakes? What happened? So am I going to make it? Am I going to lose the house? Like all this just negative. Am I good enough? Like what's going on?
Good enough?
Yes.
Good enough? Not enoughness.
So that's when I started reading. I started writing doing self-development. I never read, I never wrote, ever. And I had this big breakthrough there. And within 1 year of working on myself, I was actually able to gain 10 years just by putting in that work.
But when you have the anxiety and the depression, so it was like a slow process, or you just suddenly like?
It was. I had stress before, but this was 10 times more. And this was as soon as I got off. Once I healed from COVID and stopped the medication, all this just boom, and voices in my head and self-doubt, and it really just so heavy. It was like, where did this come from?
For me, it was the voices, and what happened is the inner dialogue. First, I didn't believe it. It's a bullshit. It's just negative thought.
Yeah.
You know, like a demon's with me.
Yes.
And then the 5%, and then 95% the reality, and then it went to like 5% to 10%, 20, 30. Suddenly I'm at the like a borderline 50-50. Like, what the like which human I am? And then it got to like 70, 80, and I like believe all the freaking.
You believe it?
It become my identity.
Yes.
And when it completely like took me over to almost like 95, almost 100%, that was like that shit. I'm leaving. You know, that's why I want to take my own life. And then, you know, just one snap, and it's like.
Yeah, and how did you come out of there?
I just heard the voice,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude, like you can help so many. You help so many people. You cannot help yourself. And then, you know, my queen walked in, and it's like, dude, we're done. You know, you can help so many people. You cannot help yourself. I was like, same voice in a freaking like 30-second spam. I'm like, I'm out of here. I think that's my reality, and I just get out of the journey. And but I truly, when the whole thing happened, I went through like an ego death. My physical body, I did not commit suicide, but I really did something got left in the bed, and I just went to work like a baby steps.
And
but I'm telling you, the demons like it took years. It took years. I mean, I'm still like I'm still recovering depression-holic.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude. I'm recovering alcoholic, workout-holic, depression-holic, dude. Like I have all the freaking addicts. You know
but
what I mean?
it's always a work in process. But that's about doing that inner work that you're talking about, to be able to trust yourself, right? To be able to trust in what you're doing and what you're going for, so you can help everyone that needs that help. Right.
You know what also took me long? Forgiveness. Forgive myself. You know, that I put myself in it. So
yeah,
let's talk about your journey, brother. My journey, we can go on. Yeah, I want to pick your brain.
Yeah. So, I mean, going back, I came to the States when I was 5 years old. I was labeled dyslexic. The teachers, I didn't know any English. So my whole life, the school system had me believing that I wasn't good enough, or I didn't know how to read or write. And that's how I pretty much grew up. I was in a different school every year, all the way up until the 6th grade. We were moving from city to city, back to Cyprus, where I was born, back to America. When I was 18, I joined the military. I was in the Marine Corps, was over in Afghanistan, came back, got out, opened up a CrossFit gym, and then that's when COVID happened. And then once I had that awakening, then I ended up getting a cold plunge, and I wanted to get my kids involved in the cold plunge. So I hired this Wim Hof level 2 instructor, Donato. He came to my house. We were going to do a little breath work and then jump in the plunge. Never got into the plunge. I was laying on my couch. We were breathing for about an hour. I was vibrating. I was crying for almost an hour, and I never released any emotion. You know, we're taught up, little boys don't cry, keep everything inside, right? We don't express our feelings. We're not vulnerable. And here I am, I can't control it. I feel like I was lifted off the couch, just vibrating, and just releasing so much. And when that session was over, I couldn't talk. There was all this stress, just let go. All this energy that I was holding on in different parts of my body for so many years. And I knew then, I was like, this is what I need. I need to teach this. I need to give this gift to other people. I want to help other people that are in my shoes, be able to let go and feel this relief. And it's okay. You have everything you need in here, and everything's okay. You just gotta keep doing.
You got everything you need within you.
Yeah, that's
we were born with that. It's like, this is my saying that's outside my books. It's like, you got everything you need within you.
I'll tell you a funny story. I tell my son.
Can you ask? I'm sorry. Can you ask Ronaldo if my cold plunge is working? I can't believe this shit. Like, you got me, guys. Like, there was an issue. Could you please? He's here, please.
And I'll tell you why the cold plunge is amazing. But my son is 6, and when he was 4, I teach him this type of stuff. And whenever we go to soccer practice, his coach will give him stickers, and he always wants a sticker. And I'm telling him, I'm like, you don't need the sticker. He's like, Daddy, I want the sticker. I was like, I understand, but you don't need the sticker to tell you did a good job, because everything you need is right here. Did you do a good job? If you did a good job,
that's it. You don't need the outside validation through the sticker, through the money, through another car, another house, another $1 million. You don't. You're right.
And he was just fighting me. He's 4 years old. I'm telling him you can't have stickers, and he's like, Daddy, I want the sticker. And then 2 weeks later, when the coach is like, all right, sticker time, he just comes walking up to me. And I was like, you're not going to get a sticker? And he's like, I don't need a sticker. I know what I did. At 4 years old, like, imagine when you're able to teach your kids these types of tools.
If you're still listening, guys, if you're still listening and you have kids, and you want to completely, change the mindset to your kids at 4 years old, you know what I mean? That they don't need outside validation. They got everything within them. Keep listening. Thank you.
Let's go. So after that breath work, that's how I ended up doing this at my home, and with one of my coaches from the CrossFit gym, we ended up opening up the space where we do cold plunge, sauna, red light therapy, and breath work. And like I was telling you, the main thing, what attracts people is the cold plunge, but I opened it up for the breath work because it's so empowering, especially for people that are coming from military, firefighters, police officers. There's all this stress, there's all this trauma that they're seeing and they're witnessing, and they can't really get it out.
Tell me something about a cold plunge, the unpopular opinion, because I think cold plunge is the shit. I hate it. I really hate it, but because I hate it so much, I know it works.
But that's why I do it. And there's a lot of people that come into our facility, and they're in there for 5 minutes. Some of them in there for 10 minutes. I'm in there every day for 2.5 minutes. It sucks. I hate it. It's cold.
We have no body fit.
Yes.
Dude. Like, what the
really. So I get all the way in, all the way up to here. Goes right up my nerve. I really feel it. I'm present. I do some energy work in there as I open up my energy fields, and I hum while I do it, and I just go through
the vibration
in my energy fields. But I do it because what it does is it gives me a superpower, and this is where I'm able to step forward into growth and never back into safety, and I'm able to choose my response instead of reacting. It's almost like if something happens, instead of reacting, I'm able to put the pause button and replay whatever happened. And instead of spazzing out or freaking out, I'm able to respond in a good way because I'm putting my body in this stressful environment. And within one breath, I'm able to calm down. So same with the outside world. You have all these stressors, right? You might feel stress. You get in this controlled stress environment, and you're able to get your breath. With one breath, you're able to calm yourself down. Now you're able to use this tool as you are in your everyday life, right? Because as the day goes by, there's all these inputs coming in. There's all these distractions. There's all these things. And then all of a sudden you're like, I'm losing my mind. And you can just pause, breathe, take one breath, take 3 breaths. And all right. And now you can make the right choice. And it doesn't always happen because, like we said, we're never perfect. But how quickly can we get back to that center? Equanimity, right? You're playing that equanimity game where you might get thrown off, but how quickly can you come back to that center?
But it also doesn't help you when you're in a moment. So because I think for us being present is the biggest superpower. Being at this moment, right? But you know how your brain just with you and play tricks on you.
Yeah.
And it's like, like I know, like I learn already, and it's still, I'm still learning, so like, let's say we are talking and suddenly my brain goes, it's like, well, what about this deal? What about this? I have to do this today. And it's like, now I can snap like in a second. It's like, hey, here, and then come back. But that takes time. That takes work. And that's what you said, like coming back to you, connect with you. It's like, you do it like in a cold plunge, but yet then it serves you entire day
because you can do it correct.
Because you can do it correctly.
Let me ask you: when you get in the cold plunge, what are you thinking about?
How cold is
but
water
you're in
is?
the moment,
Dude,
right?
dude.
You're in that moment. You're not thinking about.
Tell me the right way of doing it, because it's like I can't believe it. That I cannot be so bad, dude.
Well, let's go plunge and
no,
let's
see if it works. Dude. It's like, dude. And what is the temperature? What is the ideal temperature?
So anything under 58 degrees works. Most people think that they need to be at 38 or 40 degrees. At my house, we keep it at 45 because my wife and I.
Did you listen to this? Listen. Yeah, I'm at 48. It's got to be under 50.
No, but that's it. 48 is good.
Yeah.
Anything under 58 works.
What they're saying is got to be 35, 37. It's like, dude, like I cannot even put a toe in the 37, 35.
It's not, and everyone is different.
Yeah.
It's just about getting uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Putting your body into that stress response.
I'm really getting uncomfortable at 48. And I'm telling you, and I do it 3 minutes. I'm getting uncomfortable as hell.
Yeah. But how do you feel when you get out?
Like I had sex. Like literally, like all the dopamine hits, and I feel like light. And it's funny, like you will see when we go outside, I have a cold plunge and the hot tub like next to each other. But by the time I just leave the cold plunge, the air is so hot that it doesn't matter. Like I was like, you know what I mean? But my feet and
the hands are the worst. Yeah, because
me.
What happens is it's for most everyone, but what happens is the blood leaves your extremities, your fingers, your toes, and it comes to your heart, to your organs to protect your organs. So that's why your fingers and your thumbs start tingling, and it's very.
So
very
I can stay a lot longer if I put my feet out.
Yeah,
because and the hands
keep
out.
Keep them in. Go for 2.5, 3 minutes.
And you said you're going back like to.
It just
So not ears, right? The ears don't go in. Or?
No, I dunk my head at the end.
Okay, yeah.
But I do this because it really just puts me in another world, another place. And you're right, your dopamine goes up 2.5 times. The only other thing that does that is cocaine. But with cocaine, you come up and all of a sudden 15 minutes later you crash below baseline.
And then you got to take another one and another one. With whoever is using cocaine, I've done it for so long. So I'm telling you, the cocaine doesn't work. After some period of time, you got to get more. And then the cocaine, instead of being upper, it's a downer. And with the cold plunge, it's been now a few years. It doesn't. I always have the same hit. I always have the same thing. So if you want to switch, I highly recommend it. Switch.
Yeah, because what's happening is you're going below baseline, then you're taking another hit, and you're going to come up. You're not going to go all the way to the top, and then you're going to go even below baseline. With the plunge, your dopamine rises, and you stay there for about 2 hours. And then when you come down, it comes down steady, and it levels out instead of going below that baseline to where now you need another hit. Yeah. I think what you're doing is great. Keep plunging.
No, it broke, so I'm not fixing it. And now you just start talking about it like, we're doing this again.
Yeah.
Shit. But I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. That's it.
We're
going back in it, man.
Let's go.
He's going to take his time to fix it.
And all you really need is 11, 12 minutes a week. So you don't need to be in there every day if you don't want to.
What I have, what happened, I have not, I travel for 5 weeks.
Yes.
So when I go back in, I go like 30 straight days. So just to break my routine, break my habit. Yeah. And then kind of like when I'm already back in it, then I'm back in it.
Yeah. And I always tell people with anything in life, not just cold plunging, there's no right way. There's your way. What's your way? Right?
Yeah.
Find your way that works best for you. And that's the key.
I always say there's like 8.5 billion people in this world, and there's only one Jarek, only one Socratis, and you're the only one, and you don't have to ask for anybody permission or ever don't compare to anybody. You are the only one, and they're never gonna be second you.
Yeah.
So we just do it and do what what suits you and do it your way. So
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah.
So you started in the comp lunch, right? And so then you opened so after the COVID, you opened the space, or
Yeah, after COVID,
Okay.
once I started doing all these things, and it really just changed my life. I was able to let go,
and the inner dialogue
the
completely
inner
changed.
dialogue
I mean,
completely
brother, but you're
changed.
still struggling with the inner dialogue. I mean, this
Well,
comes back. The
so
voices come back.
The voices come back, and let me tell you, one of the biggest things is when you wake up, right? When you wake up, you have that inner dialogue, right? As soon as you wake up, all of a sudden you have these voices in your head of the problems that you need to solve, or you're not good enough, or what's going on. But when you start working on yourself and you're doing the inner work, now you're aware of it. So even now, as soon as I wake up, maybe there's a problem, but I'm aware of it. So all of a sudden I switch it. And that's where I start my gratitude. And all of a sudden you go from talking negatively to yourself, bashing yourself, or focusing on the problem, to now you're expressing gratitude, and now you're able to start your morning the right way. I always say every successful person has a successful morning routine, right? A messy morning is going to lead to a messy day. So what are those fundamentals? What are those structural disciplines that you do in the morning that set you apart before the day actually starts? Because you can control your morning, and you can control right before you go to bed. In between is chaos.
You know,
right?
I always say, if you snooze your button, if you snooze your phone,
Yeah.
that's the first thing you do in the morning. You're breaking promise to yourself. How the you think your day is gonna go?
Yeah.
The first thing you do, you break the promise to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit longer, dude. It's over. Your day is up already.
Absolutely.
You start the day with the first thing. Like, I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
The first thing you did, you just break a promise to yourself. Like, you're a liar.
Yeah.
You just cheated. You did not cheat anybody. Nobody's gonna find out that you push snooze button. You just cheated yourself. And it's like, well, my is up. How do you start it? Snoozing the button. Well, it was only 2 minutes, dude.
It doesn't matter.
So then set up the clock 2 minutes later and don't snooze the button, because it's like your brain doesn't know the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it is like, no, Jarek, that's extreme.
This
I'm
is
like,
actually what I teach my kids.
Okay.
When they wake up, they pay the price. They pay the price they do 10 push-ups, 10 air squats, 10 dips, and then they write their 3 goals. This is when
dude, you make me
this
feel
is-
guilty.
this is-
I'm a shitty father.
this is no. This is no. This is when this is
How
when
old are they?
My son is 6 and my daughter's 10. So when they do that,
Okay, let's go back. Let's
Yes.
go back, brother. So when they wake up, they do what?
they pay the price. So they do 10 push-ups, 10 dips, and 10 air squats, and then they write their goals. And at nighttime, we do our affirmations. But my son's affirmation, he says, I'm Maximus Christoforou. I'm a leader. I stand up for integrity and accountability. And I ask him, what is integrity? And he says, doing the right thing. Exactly. Especially when what? And especially when no one is watching. Going back to your point, when you hit the snooze button, right? How do you know you're going to make it through every thing in life that life throws at you? Because you have integrity, right? What's integrity? Doing the right thing, especially when no one is watching.
Yeah,
Because
don't
who's
break your
watching?
promises. You.
You're watching.
Nobody else.
Nobody else is watching.
You live with you. You live with you.
Exactly.
That's it. You are the one accountable, responsible.
Yes.
You know, living your life. You're the only one.
So if you don't have that integrity, if you're not doing the things you're saying you're gonna do, then that's what we need to change. So that way you can start trusting yourself. So that way we can start rewiring that part X in your mind that's always talking negatively. Because what do they say? We have 80,000 thoughts.
Yeah.
90% of it is all bullshit and lies.
Yep.
And 80-90% of that is on repeat. So the first part is awareness, becoming aware of your thoughts. And I don't know if you read that book, Michael Singer, Untethered Soul. Have you read it? You know what? I bought one for a friend of mine. I have it in the car. I'm going to give it to you. Very short read. You can read it in a few hours. But he talks about that part X. And part X comes from Phil Stutz. But basically it's taking that person, that ego, and pulling them out. And imagine that they're with you. 24, because they are with you 24/7, but now just pull them out of your body and just have them next to you. So as I'm talking to you, my ego is talking to me, or when I'm going to do something, all of a sudden they're talking negatively.
So I do this during the first time I experienced that during like when I was in jail in Panama. But when I go to about 30 days, 30 hours, it was like the Interpol stuff. So what happened is that's the first time I experienced it, that I go deep in meditation and I step out of my body and I watch myself as an observer, as an experiencer. Now I can go in a few minutes, go to this state.
Yes.
I can just completely like, hey, it is what it is, and I just step out of it. I have God, my leader, and and then I have Jarek and all his personality, all his like people say, are you bipolar, dude? I'm not bipolar. I have 50 personalities, dude, and I don't know which one showed up. So I got to watch this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like I can step out of my body, my physical body, and just watch myself as an experiencer, as an observer, as a witness. It's like, okay, this is this shit up. Okay, let him it up. We're gonna fix it. You know what I mean? And I just want to lead with love. God, just please guide me through this shit.
Yes.
Like guide me through this shit, and just go through it. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, what are the next routines?
Well,
now you make me feel guilty, brother.
No, why is it guilty?
No, it's like, hey, you know what? We gotta put this on like a reel. I'm gonna send it to my kids, and every morning, I was like, "Dude, we're changing the routines. Dad, can you stop with the social media? We're done with this shit. It's like this shit."
What I really love, and in the morning, I also express gratitude to the universe, to God. I always say. Thank you to the sun that's 93 million miles away. You can fit 1.3 million Earths in the sun, right? It takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for that light to hit the Earth, and in 1 hour, it can power the whole Earth in one day, right? And then the next star is Proxima Centauri. It's 4.2 light years away. So the next star after the sun is 4.2 light years away. That means you have to be traveling at the speed of light for 4.2 years to get to this star. The speed of light is 670 million miles an hour, 185,000 miles per second. You have to be traveling that fast. So imagine if you go above the Earth, you turn on a flashlight for 1 second, on, off, that light would travel around the Earth 7.5 times. That's how fast the speed of light travels. So you kind of get, now you have a how fast light travels, right? In 1 second. You have to be traveling that fast for 4.2 years to get to the next star after the sun. What's in between all that? Absolutely nothing. And we're over here worrying about little things when there's this big, massive universe with empty space. And when you go to that bigger picture, and then you're like, why am I worrying about these things when there's all this magic and all these wonders out here? So these are things that I say to myself every morning. And then I have these beads. I got this from a good friend of mine, Matthew, but I go through them every morning, one by one. There's 85 beads in here, and I express gratefulness, gratitude. So every morning I'll just go one by one, and I'll just express gratitude for my family, for the energy in our home, for my son, for my daughter, for my friends, for my struggles, for the people that gave me hard lessons for me to learn, and just go through it. And when you express that gratitude, it really puts you in that present moment, and you can't be depressed when you are when you're expressing gratitude, right?
No, those two feelings, they don't go together.
They don't go together.
You can be angry or depressed and grateful at the same time. Those two feelings just don't go together completely.
Yeah. So I truly believe in breathwork because it did change my life. Because I feel that the breath unlocks the body, and the consistency rewires you. Right, and then the inner work is what actually makes everything possible and the change
People's gonna
possible.
ask, what is inner work? Because I have the questions a billion times.
Yeah, so
what is the inner work?
So inner work is working on yourself through breath work, through meditation, solitude, right, and asking the questions. Whether I love journaling because you can really get everything down, but asking the why, just like when you're selling something and somebody's going to give you a bullshit answer in the beginning, why don't you want to buy this? And they're going to give you a false answer. Well, you need to fact find, you need to get in there and find out the real reason why people don't want to buy, find out the real reason why you feel like this. why do I feel like shit? Why don't I have any energy? Why do I want to end my life? All right. And then you start writing. A big thing that I also do, which changed me, is going to the end. And this is a great tool that I give the people that I mentor. Is imagine walking into a funeral and you see all your family, your friends there, and you see yourself in the casket. So this is when you pass. And then imagine 3 or 4 people that are going to come up. What are they going to say about you? Are they going to talk about the big houses and the cars that you have? Or are they going to talk about the moments and how you helped them and you called them, the video you sent them? Hey, brother, just thinking about you. You know, I know you're struggling. If you need me, give me a call. Those are what are people going to say about you? And then write that down. And it's really it will change your perspective of how you view things. And then if your life is not where you want it to be, you know, like Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about it, is that your personal reality is your personality, right? Yep. So you created this, and the only way to change it, if you don't like it, is you have to change the way you think, the way you act, and the way you feel.
I'm saying your inner world creates outer world. It's not the other way around. The outside environment doesn't create. You know what I mean? You got to change it. The life is within, from the inside out,
Correct.
not from outside in.
I tell people, I have 360 abundance. Right? I know a lot of people who are abundant. They're wealthy. They're rich. But
fucking empty inside.
But they're empty. Correct.
Completely broken and empty inside. Completely.
Yeah, and I'm not wealthy, but I am wealthy because
the wealth is
my relationships, my spirituality. It's like a cup of tea, right? And my cup of tea, when I'm abundant in 360, my tea overflows. I don't have to feed you from my cup of tea. It's the overflow over the saucer, and I'm able to feed you with relationships. I'm able to feed you with my spirituality. I'm able to feed you with my business, right? With my physical, with my health. I'm able to feed you all this because it's all overflowing. Yeah. Right? And I'm not giving up myself because I'm abundant in all the areas. And really having that 360 experience of abundance in all those areas, and figuring out how can you become abundant through that. And a lot of it's like, okay, what do you want in life? What do you want in life? Such a simple question, but so hard to answer, right?
It's very hard.
So when you do the inner work and you write down, what do I want? And break it down into those sections, right? What do I want in relationships, as a father, as a husband, as a businessman, as a leader, as a pioneer, my relationship bucket, and then what do I want in my business? What is it that I want to create? Who do I want to impact? Right? I love the hero story because every movie has a hero story.
And a villain.
You are the hero, which is the ego. The villain is the ego, but you are the hero in your story. Everyone is a hero. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a story, right?
Yeah, I think, and we are also accountable for writing our own script.
Correct.
But you got to write your own script for the, from the soul, from the spirit, not from the ego. You know
not
what
from
I mean?
the ego, yes.
Because ego will you up.
Correct.
I mean, this always me up. Seriously, like all my good decisions, even like the biggest deal in my life, financial deals. I made it from here, not from here.
Because you trusted yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's what it is, and I just go.
Yeah.
So and that shit come in, the shit up.
Well, as a hero, you go on your journey, and you battle dragons, right? And then you come back wiser, stronger, and then you become that guide, and now you start guiding others. That's when you find your purpose, right? So you
purpose got to be bigger than us.
Yes, that's what exactly. So you almost gave your life, and then you became a guide, and I'm gonna guide. I have a bigger purpose. I'm serving others, and that's what breath work is to me. When I'm in there and I'm leading breath work, and I see traumatic childhood events, abuse, drug abuse, physical abuse, right? And all these people are having these transformations because they're letting go. I'm not the healer. They're the healer. They're the ones that are doing the work. I'm just guiding them. But for me to be able to lead them through that, it's so fulfilling, so rewarding. And then to be able to take that same energy and give it to my wife and to my kids and to our home, so fulfilling, and create something that's a lot bigger. I'm not doing it just for me. I'm doing it for everyone. Right?
Love it.
Yeah.
So what else you guys do? So you open so it's like but it's a fitness club? It's a gym or what?
It's not. It's a wellness studio.
Okay.
It's a big space where we do the breath work, and in the back we have.
But you do men and women. You do or you
yes.
men? Okay.
And the great thing about what makes us different is community, right? Because if you hear people, one of the biggest killer is when you're isolated, when you are alone, when you don't have community, you don't have your group. So what makes the space different than other plunge centers is a community. We have 8 plunges in our main location. It's all open. Everyone is plunging together. Everyone's in the sauna. We have a big sauna. Everyone's in the sauna together. Everyone's talking. Now you're talking to other like-minded individuals. So, and you're meeting new people that are trying to become the best version of themselves. And now you might have somebody that's struggling that met somebody that can help them, and you didn't even know. We have such a strong community there. And that's what separates us from other people. And there's no time limit. You don't have to go there and leave in 30 minutes. You can go plunge, sauna, plunge. You can stay there all day from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. and fix yourself. And
what is like the breakthrough story, like a good stories that you have the people coming out of you and just thank you for it? And it's
man, there's so many stories. I think last week there was this woman that was just going through some trouble, and she finished her breath. We finished the breath work, and she came up to me and she was like, "Wow, this is the first time I've been going through a lot of struggles, but you had me in a moment where I was literally where I was coming out of my mother's womb." And she was telling me that she was reliving the moment like it was real, that she was getting rebirth, and she was clean, and there was nothing, no stress, nothing happening. She's like, she was reborn again, almost like her ego was let go. The people are crying all the time there just because they're releasing, because we have all this stuck energy inside of us. And then you have other people that also getting inspired, and like we want to lead, we want to teach this, we want to help other people. You know, my goal is to impact 100 million people by 2033. So how can we spread this and get it out to the masses so we can be
That's
present?
what we're doing, man.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We got to up your goal, man. It's got to be everybody on this world. 8
Let's
billion
go.
people right now.
Okay.
In
We're
30
gonna
years,
change
in 30 years we have 8.5 billion. Let's change the goals, you know.
Yeah.
I just want everybody feel the flow, the love, the peace, you know what I mean? It's doing the work. It's a lot of stuff because, you know, it's hard work because you don't see the results immediately. But I'm telling you, when you feel it, dude, there's no drug in the world.
So there's
no drug in the world.
That lag factor.
Yeah.
You just said that you're doing the work and for a long time you don't feel it. And I hit that point even with breath work, because I do breath work every day. And there comes a point where you're just doing the breath work, but this is the lag where, okay, you had a few breakthroughs, but then it's you're just doing it, and you're like, man, I don't see anything, I don't feel anything. It's really right before you get another big breakthrough.
Exactly. Because ego comes in and it's like, F this bullshit. You don't need this shit anymore. You this shit anymore. You know what I mean? It's like funny when I was starting, when I was going on my journey, right? And, you know, I'm meditating, right? I'm praying, I'm doing all my shit. And then, you know, you get comfortable and you just stop doing it. And suddenly, like, there's something going on, like, really bad. I just, what the hell? And I'm going, like, you know, 3-4 days. Oh, shit, I broke my routine. I stopped praying. I stopped meditating. You know what I mean? I started doing the cold plunge. I started doing the breath work. You know what I mean? I start, like, because for me, also for me, okay? And I think it's the same. You say solitude. For me, it's stillness. You know what I mean? Not laziness, stillness. You know, that I really sit without any interruptions, sit with myself, with my own thoughts, and I'm allowing myself to go through it. You know what I mean? And completely, and watch myself just the shit up, and then I'm getting the answers.
And how hard is that?
It's dude. You know what? When I tell people, like, I have the routine, date myself. I date myself, like, I have an hour for myself. Date 52 years old Jarek, date himself. How many men out there spend 5-10 minutes, even 3 minutes for themselves? And or not even a man, women, like human. It's like we always on autopilot. We always got to do something. When is us? What the like, in order to be a better father, to be a better partner, better business partner, better friend, better colleague, better leader, dude, you gotta feed your soul. Like, your bucket, if the bucket is full, it's empty, there's nothing, nobody can even benefit from that. But the most important, you cannot benefit from that. And it's just spend the time. And like, when I started, how hard it was, because I want to do my errands, I want to read, I want to just do something, journal. It's like, no, you just sit there. What the like, dude, like, what?
I remember when I started,
it's hard,
so hard. 3 minutes to still to be with your thoughts.
You know what I mean? And it's like, because it's like, this wins all the time. And now I'm like, shit, let's go. And sometimes I get pissed. I get, what I mean? Everything bothers me. When I'm in the sun, or the wind, or the thoughts coming in, I'm supposed to do this. I'm like, just sit the down. And just, just process it. And then when I hear, it's the process, trust the process. Shut the up. Like, like the mind is hitting you on all the stage. And then come peace. I was like, oh, that's what I'm doing this. It's, what I mean? And then I'm more calm, I'm more relaxed. And when the time is out, I can just go and go for it. You know what I mean?
I think another thing that helped me was your fundamentals. So a lot of times when we have a lot of self-talk and doubt, feeling down about ourselves, it's what are the disciplines that we're doing every day that keeps us aligned, like moving your body, right? Eating, breathing, sleeping, moving, celebrating, focusing, and prospering. You have to move. If you're just laying on the couch all day, obviously you're not going to feel good, right? Because your physiology drives your psychology, right?
But do you agree? I don't know if I agree or disagree. We have all different perspective. If you really start your morning right, you're not gonna go sit on the sofa.
No, but
dude, there is no way. You're not gonna, lay down and watch TV.
Exactly.
There is no way, because you are living on different frequency. It's like, that shit is a waste of time, dude. Like, for me, sometimes Sunday, like, I look at years ago, dude, beer and the games. And I was like, dude, I have not watched TV, I don't know how many years now. Dude, this was my, this is life. I deserve this. I'm entitled to, I work hard. And dude, the whole Sunday completely to waste. Monday, recovering, it took forever. Now it's like, dude, Sunday, I don't know what week of the, what day of the week is. Like, I really don't. Like, to me, it's like, it's whatever day it is. It's a day. Not a Tuesday, not a Thursday, not a Sunday. It's another day. And I'm just grateful when I wake up, so, hey, my heart is beating, I put my gratitude to God, and it's like, go through the process. So.
Let me ask you, when you were thinking about suicide, you were healthy, everything was good, right?
Dude, that's why I learned the lesson.
Because a lot of times from the people that I see, like, their health is not where it's supposed to be. So that's why we also focus on, your blood work. And
I would not be here. I would not be here if that didn't happen on the top of my life. I was financially strong. I was emotionally strong. I was mentally strong. I was spiritually strong. I was sober. No drug, no alcohol. I find the love of my life. I connected with the kids. I have amazing relationship. Everything. My body, I was back to one digit, I was back doing Ironmans. Everything you can imagine, like, I had it. Accept me.
Okay. So what was a question that you asked yourself that changed it all, or it was because your wife?
Because
came
I
in?
couldn't, I couldn't believe it that truly I couldn't find a reason why I'm depressed, like why I'm going. But the reason was I have zero empathy for anybody else. But I didn't have any empathy for broke people, for fat people, for depressed people, for, for people that are unhappy, because I didn't have empathy for me.
Yeah, for yourself.
So it's like suddenly like,
Yeah.
I forgot to feed my soul. I was doing everything for everybody, and I was doing all this shit to get a validation. Like I got it, I'm the leader, but I was the leader, and I was operating from the wounds, from the trauma unresolved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my bucket was truly empty. Like I really felt like right here, it was a pain. Like I never have the pain again. Like right here, it was like a huge hole. Like what the is this shit?
Because that all gets stuck in our heart.
Yeah. And I was like, I couldn't imagine. And it was so painful. And it was like, and I think there really is like all the pain and all the energy left in my bed when I, finally woke out of it. So.
Wow.
What else you guys do over there in the space?
Red light therapy. So it's all about.
Walk me through red light therapy.
Yeah, red light therapy. You come in. It's about 10 minutes, and you have the red light. It helps with your mitochondria. It's got mid and far.
Can you tell people mitochondria because people are not aware of it? So just
pretty much mitochondria is your life force. It's what gives you energy. It's what makes you run, move, think, sleep. As we get older, our mitochondria drops. The biggest thing is sleep. I think one of the biggest things for me is
I love it, man.
We can do everything.
Dude.
Sleep is my number one right now. Without sleep, your body cannot recharge. If you're getting less than 6 hours of sleep every night, your chances of getting cancer double. I'm not just making this up. This is scientifically proven. Yep. Sleep is number one. It's how all the animals, everything sleeps, everything rests. Your body needs to recharge. So really, and a lot of people don't know how sleep deprived they are because they think it's normal because they're getting 6 hours. Only I think less than 1% or 0.5% of the population is able to operate with less than 6 hours of sleep.
Like sleep, I sleep in the grave. Their sleep is more important than food, than working out, than anything you can imagine. Sleep is more important than meditating, cold plunge, praying, everything. But what happens is if you don't do the work, like for me, if I don't do the work, so I have a whole routine going to the bed.
Same.
It's up. I can do next morning. I can try to recover from, try and do all my routine still. You will not get back. You know what I mean? You will not get back if it's the sleep routine starts the second you wake up. Yes. You gotta tire your body. You gotta build the resilience. You gotta build the hardship. You gotta go through like a gratitude. You gotta go to the prayer, to cold plunge, breathing, physical exercise. You gotta beat up your body mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So when it's time to sleep, you gotta calm down your body. No phone. I have my whole routine with the music, with the reading book. No phone, no blue light, like I have my drink at night, I have the magnesium, I have my chamomile tea, and it's like holy shit. So it's like for me it's like going to bed, it's a routine, and wake up in the morning, it's not routine. Bullshit, my whole day is a routine. You know what I mean? Bullshit. Who the I'm fucking bullshitting, you know what I mean? But it's really sleep, dude. I thank you for saying that. Like sleep, it's everything.
I'll tell you what, when I was stressed, I think my testosterone dropped to like 250. And then when I changed my sleep and added some of the raw minerals that my body was missing, like vitamin D and zinc, my testosterone, I don't take anything. I went from, and I'm 46 years old, I went from 250 to, I'm at almost 900 right now. But within 3 months, it went from 250 to 675. Just from getting the right sleep. That sleep is number one. I can't stress it enough. Sleep, you have to sleep. You have to go to bed at the same time. I mean, yes, there's days that are going to change, right? Mm-hmm. But you should normally be having a regular time because your body is just set to that circadian rhythm. So if you're all over the place, your body doesn't really know when it's time to shut off and time to wake up, right?
What else you guys doing? Like so far, you're touching like everything I love. Like
Yeah. So again, that's pretty much the basis is the breath work, the cold plunge, the sauna, and the red light. And we're trying to give you the tools so you're able to live longer. Obviously, in the next 5 years with AI, we're going to be able to live to 140, 150 years old with the information and the technology and the science is
if we
coming.
apply it, if we live intentionally.
But it's up to you.
Exactly.
It's up to you. So if you're eating all this genetically modified food, and this is the stuff that I try to teach my kids and then the people that I work with, because you go out there and you're eating all these food, they're literally putting poison in your food in here. They're putting poison in your food and they're killing you slowly. Cancer doesn't happen overnight. It happens from 20, 30 years of the same thing, right? So being accountable for the things that you're putting in your body and doing the right things for you to live to 140. I don't want to live to be 140 in a hospital. I want to have quality of life. I want to be running with my kids, So that's what we do. We want to help people live longer and have that quality of life.
What about fasting?
Fasting.
What's your opinion on fasting?
Yeah, I fast. So
I heard this yesterday. Fasting is on faster. The third day is holy shit. This is the worst day. Like after 4 days of like third to fourth day, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah,
it's like fasting is faster.
Yeah, fasting is fasting. Well, so for women, it's a little different depending on if they're on their menstrual cycle. But I usually do a fast every day. It's 16/8. And then once a week I do a 24-hour fast.
So you do it 24 hours?
On Fridays, I usually do a 24-hour fast. I fast for 24 hours until Saturday. And then once a month, I'll do a 3-day fast.
3 days.
A 3-day
so
fast.
I do like every few months when I start having cravings, everything else, I do like a 7-day fast. Like, you know what I mean? So it's I feel like my body is asking for something that I never eat. It's like, okay, it's time to do the fasting.
Yeah.
So, but
the one of the things and you don't really need to fast for that long. Just the biggest thing is not eating 3 hours before bed. That's the biggest thing, because when you're sleeping, your body's supposed to be resting and digesting, right? So if you put food inside of your body before you eat, your body's not gonna recover. Your mitochondria is not gonna rebuild. You're sleeping, but your body's working, so you're not recovering. So that's why
if I eat like my oral, it's immediately that should, like, I know I keep scores
your
or everything.
HRV, right? Are you watching HRV?
Immediately.
If you eat before bed or 2 hours before bed, your HRV is going to drop, and that's also what shows me how my mitochondria is doing. Is really how you're recovering. Is your HRV high or low? And alcohol will kill your HRV. Right?
Yeah, alcohol does too. I mean, yesterday I ate like late, and I woke up today, and my usually my readiness on oral and the sleep score I usually like the same, like 3 points away, and today like 83 scores, 60 readiness. I was like, okay, it was the food yesterday. The food, it completely, my body did not go to sleep, and I knew this shit, and I like it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But we gotta do it a couple of times so we know.
Yeah.
And then you're aware, and then maybe next time you're like, it's all right. My body's not gonna hurt if I don't eat right before bed.
Okay. So guys, you heard the routine with the kids, so listen to it yourself, okay? Don't show your kids. Or show your kids and then we blame him. Okay?
Well, again, kids don't do what you tell them. Kids
do exactly.
So when they see me every morning or every night, or my daughter knows, she's like, "Oh yeah, Daddy, he's 5:30 in the morning. I hear him breathing in the room when I'm doing my breath work." But it's you're just building on it, and you're building those little habits for them. Okay. Right.
Tell us where people can find you. Tell us about the space, so and everything else. And guys, we're gonna have more stuff coming up. Believe me, there's gonna be more of this. So tell us where people can find you. You
can find me on Instagram, My Philosophy with Socrates. Also on YouTube, My Philosophy with Socrates, and the Space Fort Lauderdale and the Space Dore. And the goal is to open up 1,000 of these. So you're gonna see them pop up all over.
Okay. And the last word, guys, from you. Anybody who is going through the hard time right now, there's your camera, going through depression, having suicidal thoughts, give him your point of view, how to get out of it.
Yeah. If you are having problems or you're having these thoughts, I believe the biggest thing that you can do is to go get help and put yourself in with a community, a tribe. You need a group of people that are going to be able to help you, because one of the biggest thing as men, we think we can do it all alone, and we cannot do it all alone. We need community. We need people. We need friends. We need guides to guide us, because we're gonna fall. So you need someone there to pick you up and lead the way. So I think the biggest part is just finding that help, just reaching out, telling somebody what you're thinking and what you're going through, and don't just keep it inside, which is what we were taught as kids, to just be quiet and not express it. It's okay to express yourself, because a lot of people, mostly everyone, is going through things. You just don't know it.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. So, okay, guys, you know what to do. Follow, forwards, share with somebody who thinks he needs it, and see you next time.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Leave your comments and subscribe for more insights on mastering the inner and outer wealth.